Prepare yourself for a deep dive into one of the most controversial and complex figures in comic book history. Ebony White, smart, streetwise, and fiercely loyal, is both a trailblazing character and a symbol of racial stereotypes that defined an era. How could a young, black sidekick to a hero like the Spirit be both a groundbreaking icon and a glaring caricature? This video pulls no punches, exposing the contradictions and exploring the legacy of a character who stood at the intersection of progress and prejudice. Watch now to uncover the truth behind Ebony White. Ebony White, a character born from the creative mind of Will Eisner in 1940, stands as one of the earliest and most complex black characters in the history of American comics. Yet, Ebony is more than just a relic of his time. He is a symbol of resilience, loyalty, and street-smart cunning that transcends the racial stereotypes he was originally molded from. Picture Central City in the 1940s, a world fraught with danger, corruption, and mystery. Amidst the shadows and turmoil, a young black boy, barely 12 years old, emerges as an indispensable ally to the Spirit, the city's enigmatic hero. Ebony White, with his exaggerated features and southern drawl, may have initially appeared as a mere caricature, a product of an era steeped in racial prejudice. But to dismiss him as just that would be to overlook the heart, soul, and tenacity that Eisner infused into this character. Ebony was more than just comic relief. He was the embodiment of the streets, a child who knew how to survive in a world that offered him little more than hardship. He was a taxi driver before he was even of age, navigating the labyrinthine alleys of Central City with a confidence that belied his years. The police commissioner might have turned a blind eye to this underage driver, but the Spirit saw something more. Denny Colt, the man behind the mask, recognized in Ebony a kindred spirit, a boy who, despite his lack of formal education, possessed a sharp intellect and an innate understanding of human nature. Their partnership was born out of necessity, but it grew into something much deeper. Ebony was not just a sidekick, he was a friend, a confidant, and, in many ways, the heart of the Spirit's world. He saved the Spirit from certain death on more than one occasion, using his street smarts to outwit villains and solve mysteries that baffled even the seasoned crime fighter. He was, in essence, the pulse of Central City, a living, breathing testament to the ingenuity and resilience of those who are often underestimated by society. Yes, Ebony White was a product of his time, a character steeped in the racial stereotypes of the 1940s. His exaggerated lips, wide eyes, and thick accent were reflective of the minstrel shows that had long dominated American entertainment. But beneath the surface, Eisner crafted a character who defied the very stereotypes he was drawn to represent. Ebony was fiercely loyal, resourceful, and brave, qualities that transcended race and made him an essential part of the Spirit's narrative. As the years went by, Ebony's portrayal evolved. He grew older, wiser, and more complex. His once comically exaggerated features became more refined, and his role in the story shifted from that of a mere sidekick to that of a true partner. The bond between him and the Spirit was not just one of convenience, it was a deep, familial connection forged in the fires of adversity. The two shared a home, a life, and an unbreakable trust that saw them through the darkest of times. But Ebony White's journey was not without controversy. In a world increasingly aware of the damaging effects of racial stereotypes, his character became a lightning rod for debate. Was he a harmful caricature, perpetuating the very stereotypes that had long plagued black Americans? Or was he a groundbreaking character, one of the first to show a black person as a capable, intelligent, and indispensable figure in a world dominated by white heroes? The truth, as always, lies somewhere in between. Ebony White was both a product of his time and a character ahead of it. He was a reflection of the societal norms of the 1940s, yet he also broke new ground by simply existing in a space where black characters were rare, and those that did exist were often relegated to the background. Ebony was front and center, a crucial part of the Spirit's world, and a character who, despite his flaws, remains an important part of comic book history. Ebony White's legacy is a complicated one, but it is also a testament to the power of storytelling. Will Eisner, like many creators of his time, was not immune to the racial biases that permeated society. Yet, in Ebony, he created a character who was more than just a stereotype. Ebony White was a survivor, a hero in his own right, and a character who, despite the odds, carved out a place for himself in the annals of comic book history. He reminds us that even in the darkest of times, there is light to be found in the most unexpected places. And that light, like Ebony himself, refuses to be dimmed. Thank you for taking the time to explore the powerful and provocative story of Ebony White with us. Your willingness to engage with the complex history of Black characters in comics is what keeps these important conversations alive. If this video resonated with you, don't let the discussion end here. Hit that like button and share your thoughts in the comments below. We need your voice to keep shining a light on these stories. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Black People in Comics, where we honor the legacy and celebrate the brilliance of Black creators and characters in the comic book world. Don't forget to share this video with friends who need to hear this, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Together, we can continue to uplift and empower the narratives that matter.